All right, cool. Hello, good morning, and welcome welcome to Thursday, November 2nd. It is earlier in the morning than I typically do this. That's the lighting situation. I was up at quarter after 4. Just kind of woke up and I could tell. Sleep was not going to return, and I did try. I laid there for about 15 more minutes, but my brain was already in essentially full motion. So, been up since 4:30, out of bed, doing stuff. So, I was going to wait to do the video until the lighting was, more light, but that's not going to be for a little bit longer, and I just want to kind of carry on with my day as normal as possible, despite the very early start. Welcome to Thursday, November 2nd. This is today's grateful log, and we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So looking at today's grateful log for today, first up is having a good time at church last night, specifically at Boys Brigade. So this is something that Mozzie and I do together. It's just about twice a month at the church on a Wednesday night. It's with, he and I, and then a bunch of other boys around his age, and some dads. What I'm really enjoying so far, this is our first time doing this at the church. What I'm enjoying so far the most about this, we'll say program loosely, is the craft or project that we have started to work on. Maybe not surprising. So we're working with some wood to make a catapult. So we have a few different groups who are doing this, and I bring my tools that I have, which are all hand tools for woodworking. So I have two kids that have really shown interest in using hand tools. So that's been pretty awesome, just, because that's what I enjoy to use. I also, I like to teach that type of stuff as well to people who are interested. So to have, two younger kids that are interested in hand tools is it's cool. Like I dig that. So last night they were able to use a brace and bit to drill some holes. So had fun doing that. Mozzie also has a great time there, hanging out with kids his age. So just a good time for everyone. Next up is the obvious that I was up. I already said it. So I was up 2 hours before my alarm, and I feel mostly rested. I do track my sleep, so I sleep with my Apple Watch on, and so I get a pretty good sense of how I feel. And it's interesting to match how I feel based on the data that the watch collects. And it's pretty accurate. So most mornings when I wake up, I just check it just because I'm curious. And most times, what the data shows matches how I feel, which is cool that the data or that the watch is tracking things fairly accurately. So I guess I'm to the point where I trust the data that it's collected because it typically matches how I feel. And I felt fine waking up, and based on the numbers that it had tracked for my sleep, I had achieved a pretty substantial amount of deep sleep, which I have found to be a pretty important metric for we'll say recharging of the battery. So I felt great when I woke up, even though it was a little shorter than I had wanted, but so far so good. I'm sure I'll start wearing down into the afternoon, but that is what it is. I'm thankful though to be up early. I used to get up at 4:30. 4:30 used to be my time, but that's in the past. So, anywho's, next up on the list, and finally on the list, is moving to part-time is just around the corner. So, just little life update. Blah, blah, blah. So moving from from full-time to part-time for my, we'll say day job. So, for the past 10 years, I've had, this job. I actually started December 16th of 2013. Yes, that day is just kind of like etched into my brain for a few different reasons. But so I've had the job since that time, or since then. And since that time, I have been working to get out of it. Being an employee has never been my mode of operation. I've tried it a bunch of times, and it just never quite feels right. It never ends well either. I shouldn't say that. It ends well enough, but the people that I'm leaving are typically not. It sounds pretentious. How do I say this? They never want me to go. But okay, whatever. I don't know exactly how to say that. So it's never a a good sending off type thing. It's always been a like you shouldn't be leaving us type of a thing. Anyways, so I did resign from the job back in the beginning of the month, and they countered, and I've documented all this. They countered with essentially, can you work part time? Can you give us a few hours a week? Establish your list of things that you'll work on. We'll come up with an hourly rate, so on and so forth. So that was supposed to happen on the 13th of October. We pushed it out a little bit. So now it officially, I will be moving to an hourly role, which will be a much better fit for my brain on Monday. So moving to that, I'm calling it part-time. It's less than part-time, but it's a fixed list of things that I'll do for them each week and month and year, and at an hourly rate. I get to essentially set my schedule, being professional about everything, but I get to set my own schedule, just do the work, that type of an arrangement. So I'm happy that about how it has shaped, how it has come to be and how it has taken shape. And I'm very excited that the actual part-time role will begin on Monday. So that's exciting for me. I kind of feel like I'm getting a bit of myself back by doing that. So it's all good stuff. So that's it for today. That's it for the Grateful Log on this so far very dark Thursday, just so early in the morning. So I'm going to leave it there, end it there. I hope that you have an awesome Thursday, and I hope that you're able to do what you need to do today. We'll be here again tomorrow. Until then, take it easy.